Alrighty, welcome back. Good morning. Welcome to episode 181 of the Michael Lab Show. I hope everyone had a great Easter. I know I did not do anything special for it. Literally, I did nothing. I went hunting for eggs for the first time since I was, I don't know, 12, 15, maybe 15, 16, around that time, around that age. But I did nothing. I didn't even go to church. It's wild. It's like one of the most important holidays of the Christian faith. And it is celebrated by everybody. Like non-Christians, Jews, maybe not. I don't think Jews celebrate Easter. But it was a day, it's the day that dude went up to the heavens. You know, like if he never did that, he would have I don't think if Jesus himself never went to heaven, would Christians believe in a heaven? I don't think they would. Imagine if Jesus, before his way to heaven, he was like, hold up, everybody, Mary Magdalene, yo, you chill here. Everyone sit around, gather around. He just turned around, took his hands, flipped a bird to everybody, and said, peace out. I'm going to visit my friend. I'm going to go visit my friend Satan. And instead of going north, he went south. And he hung out with Satan. And then one of the biggest faiths in the whole world, their whole goal would be to go to hell instead of going to heaven. We would have a completely different world. Actually, maybe it wouldn't work like that. Maybe people would be like anti that. Maybe it would actually have the opposite effect. Maybe more people would be trying to go to heaven because then you could be the first person to go to heaven. Right? I don't know. But I hope you guys had a great weekend. I haven't seen everybody since Thursday, but we're here. We're doing it. It is April 5th. You guys are watching this on April 6th. Happy April. We are honestly, we're 25% of the way done with this year, 2021. And yo, Hogan, let's take the mask and let's get rid of them. I'm done with COVID, man. Next episode Thursday. Hey, we need to keep the mask on. No, but like I'm done, dude. I'm so tired of it at this point. Like, I know people are dying. Like, let's see this. I want to see Maryland COVID. I have such a cocky attitude now because I had the vaccine. Yeah, we just keep on gaining. Why do we just keep on getting more cases? I don't understand. People are getting vaccinated, but our cases just keep going up. I don't know anybody who has COVID. I don't know anybody who's gotten COVID. He's given an update at 4 p.m. today. Governor Hogan is. I don't know what that means. I hope he doesn't shut things down again. He better not. I don't think he will. I think if anything, he will. Let's get rid of the mask, dude. Dude, could you? Oh my God, so many states, Georgia, maybe not Georgia, Florida, Texas, Arkansas, Alabama's, South Dakota, North Dakota, Montana, Wyoming, Nebraska, South Carolina, like they are all Texas. Did I say Texas? Oklahoma. And some states just never even did anything, like Missouri's. Like, it's just like, well, here's the issue. If you have the vaccine, this is what's crazy. I've started to meet people who've gotten the vaccine and are still scared of getting COVID. And like, this is a serious issue. Like, if you get the vaccine, you should know that the vaccine was given to you to stop COVID getting into you. But I know so many people who have the vaccine and are still scared shitless of COVID. And I'm like, well hold up. Wait, why did you get the vaccine? What was the point of getting the vaccine if you're still extremely scared of COVID? Like I feel like Superman with the vaccine, dude. And I get my second dose next weekend. Like, it's really confusing. I feel like the message should be, you get the vaccine. Here's what should happen. You should be able to get the vaccine, just take your mask off. But then everyone's going to lie. Be like, hey, I got the vaccine, even though you didn't get the vaccine. I don't know. I don't understand, like, maybe I can see what he's going to talk about. He has a COVID update today at 4 p.m. That's the only thing it's saying. Annapolis, Maryland. Governor Hogan said he will have an important COVID vaccine update. Okay, so it's a vaccine update. That's fine. So it's probably just going to be everybody can get a vaccine. You can pre-register. It's probably like opening of new stuff like that. But yeah, come on, Hogan. I know it's coming soon. I know he's going to get rid of the mask soon. My opinion is by May 1st. By May 1st, he's going to lift the mask mandate, and Maryland's going to be back to normal. It's so nice, dude. It really is nice. Like, but I also feel for people who are scared. Like, I'm like, it would suck. Like, maybe it's just not in my DNA, but I'm not really. I've never been scared of COVID. But I know people who are deathly scared of it, and I empathize with them. I feel bad for them. Like, not that I feel bad for them that they are scared of it, because I don't think that's something you should feel bad for, but I do go like, man, that sucks, dude. It's got to suck to be somebody who, already has like a high baseline of anxiety, and then this thing comes in and it just like scares the hell out of you. But like for me, like I'm ready, just boom, boom, boom. Let's get back to it, dude. Let's get everyone shot up. We should just line people up, just pop, pop, pop. Let's give everyone a shot. But also, if you don't want a shot, you don't need to get a shot. Like, that's the other thing. Like, I don't think if you don't want to get a shot, you shouldn't have to get a shot. Like, I don't understand why people are, like, dragging people through the mud if they don't get the vaccine. Like, it should be a personal choice. Like, you shouldn't have to be forced to get a vaccine, right? I don't think so. Maybe I'm just crazy for saying that, but I feel like it's a precedent that I don't think you want to set. I don't think you want to set a precedent where you have to get a vaccine. I don't know. I think that's walking on dangerous lines. I don't know. Maybe I'm just crazy. But I don't understand how these numbers just keep on going up. They should be going down. I don't get it. I don't understand. I mean, it seems like the numbers are not going up in the states that have removed the mask mandates. Let me look that up real quick. So I want to see. Let's look up Mississippi. MISSISSIPPI. God damn, dude. My friend is like, Jesus Christ, dude. So much money is being made in the world of Bitcoin. God damn, dude. He is killing it with that. Dude, Ethereum is making so much money. Dude, I don't know. I don't think I want to make this whole episode all about cryptocurrency, all about the stock market, but yo guys, if you're not in crypto, don't listen to me, but also do your research. I'm telling you. Here's a few. Let me just before I'm already going off track here. I love watching, dude. You just watch it, just money flowing in, brother, man. Oh my God, freedom, dude, freedom. Get into it. What are you doing? Why would you not? Yo, this is. I'm dead serious here. So people who have there's generations, right? There's generations of wealth. There's the railroad people. There's oil people. There's dictators and stuff. There's always things that make a whole group of people wealthy, right? And when these things are happening, it's not the reason why only a few people get wealthy is because they know, like they've done the research, or they see the value in the thing, whatever the thing is. Oil, let's just say railroads, cars. The reason why the Ford family is so rich, the reason why the railroad family is so rich, is because they saw the value of the ability to take a car on drive it, and they could see the value of transportation with railroad tracks. They saw that value, but everyone else is like, nah, I don't like that. It's changed. It's different. I'm not a fan of it. I don't want that. And then those are the people who, when the years go by and the decades go by, the people who were able to see past their biases and were able to see the value of the given thing, whatever the given thing is. They were able to go like, it's actually really good. I know you guys don't understand, but I can see it. And then they're the ones who buy the thing, do the thing, invest in the thing, whatever the thing is, they do it. And I honestly, I see that right now with crypto, and and the reason why I just become more bullish every day on cryptocurrency is simply because the more I hear people who look at you, they literally give you like a cross-eye whenever you talk about crypto. Hey, dog, can you stop barking, please? Just stop. That'd be nice. My dog doesn't bark, but this family dog barks all day. Can you stop? My goodness. But I get these weird looks whenever you talk about Bitcoin, and I know it's addiction. I know I shouldn't be doing this. I'm a professional, but how do you not? You just see like this money just coming in. I'm greedy. I'm a terrible person because I like making money. Who said that? Yo, you guys, like, seriously, whoever's telling you that money is bad and money like is the root of all evil, like, tell those people to take a bat and put it up their butt and walk away. Because you think about the people who money, all it is, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, is just freedom. It's the ability to decide what you want to do, when you want to do it, how you want to do it, and how long you want to do it. That's all it is. And it's this trap that they set up, and like there's so many opportunities to make money out there, but no one tells you this. I had a beautiful conversation with Taylor and I. We go on these long walks, and we were just talking about money. Just money in general. And like, I was like, for so long, I've been so shameful to say it's one of my top priorities. Like my top priorities are right here. It's Taylor and I. That's number one, because I know for some people are different, but for me, having somebody who I can trust is the most important thing in my life. So it goes Taylor and her, Taylor and me, my dog, Riley, my dog, my health, and then crypto, or not crypto, but money in general, because it will allow you to do the things that you want to do. You ever go to a grocery store and you see somebody who's like 70, 80, 60, whatever, they're really old, and there's the option that they could just be working because they want to work, but then there's that other option where you look at them and you feel bad, like you just don't know, like, why is that person, do they have to do this? Are they doing this crappy job at like Kmart packing up your goods because they don't have anything, because they were never taught how to save, how to invest, how to take, the money that they make and put into assets? Like, no one taught them this along the way, and you feel bad. But it's not, is it their fault? Yes, I would say it's their fault. But no one teaches you that. No one teaches you that. And it's something that it drives me crazy. And I know all my podcasts are literally just me talking about money now, but it's so damn important. Hey, can you stop barking? Charlie, stop. Sorry. But it's so important. I think everybody needs to focus on it. I have a friend who he's working every single day. I love this guy. This guy is one of my best friends, and I feel for him because I feel bad for him, because the freedom to do what you want, you can do. If you take that money that you make, let's just say you make $2,000 a month. Here's a perfect example. And I know there's things that people do that they can't invest or they can't save a certain way because they owe things. They owe debt on school. They've taken out a student loan that they have to pay. So Satan put that stupid thing, and he apparently if you want to get an education, you have to pay, I don't know, $200,000 to get an MBA or to get a PhD, which is absurd, absolutely insane that school costs that much. But here's a perfect example. Let's just say you're a 25-year-old kid, and let's just say you have a job where you make $1,000 every 2 weeks. So let's just say you make a $24,000 salary. That's simple. You don't make that much money, but you make an okay amount of money. Let's say you're 25 and you want to be, and by 30 years old, you want to be able to, maybe buy a house, maybe to start a life. So how can I invest if I'm only making $2,000 a year and my girlfriend's making I'm only making $2,000 a month. My girlfriend's making $2,000 a month. We live in an apartment that costs $2,000 with everything included, all the electricity and all that good stuff. maintenance fees, dog fees, everything's $2,000 a month. So it's a decent apartment. So each person has to pay $1,000. I make $2,000 a month. What do you do? Okay, so you have an expenses. You have your expense. By the way, not a financial advisor. Don't take any advice from me. Don't take any advice from me. This is just what I do. This is how I have decided to deal with my money, deal with my income to control my future. So don't take advice from me. I always want to say that because I don't want to be, I don't want to be held responsible for anything that people do when they get screwed over on. So you make $2,000 a month. Your rent costs $1,000. Groceries, let's just say $200 a month for groceries. So that's $1,200. You have $800 left over. Let's just say an extra $200 for entertainment and all that good stuff. So you have $1,400 that you just spent on surviving. Or let's just add an extra $100 for gas. So $1,500. Okay. So you have $500. What do you do? Okay. So what you would do normally if you weren't investing is most people will take that $500, look at it as, oh, dude, I have this money. What can I buy with it? Because once you have something, if you have something, you don't have a planned money. If you have money just laying around and you don't have a plan, you don't know what to do with it, you're going to get rid of it. You're going to get rid of it because you're not going to save it, because when you save it, it's not doing anything. It's just sitting there. It's not building money. Your money's not making you money. It's just kind of there growing mold on it. So you're going to end up spending that $500. Now, what if you took that $500, not all of it, let's just say $300, and you decide, compounding, compound calculator, interest calculator, investment calculator. Let's just say you want to take $300 a month, right? $300 a month. That's it. So you still have $200 left over, do whatever you want, blow it on anything you want. And let's just say you can start, you have enough money to put $100 to starting out with. And you're 25 years old and you have 5 years to invest. Because by 30, you want to be able to put down a down payment on a house or whatever you see yourself, whatever it is. I'm just showing, like, this is what you can do. So in 5 years, you're 25. You're just say you're just in the S&P, so you're just doing 9% a year. Let's be super conservative with it, which I think is going to be just keep on going higher. And you're just putting $200 away a month because that's all you can afford. That's all you can afford of each month, whatever. That's fine. You have $15,000. You made $15,000. You made $15,000 in 5 years, and you've made $3,200 that was off of compound interest. These are the things that I don't think people realize. That's freedom, dude. You're making $3,000 in 5 years off of nothing. That's just your money growing. And let's say at the end of, 2-3 years into it, you're able to bump it up to $300. $300. So now you're investing $300, $23,000. This time, $4,800 of it is from compound return. So money that you're not even contributing, just money that is just going in because you have it. Because that's what happens with compound interest. I don't know. I don't want to spend this whole podcast on it, but we were just talking, and it's something that I see all the time where you can change your life, but if you're not given the tools and you're not taught how to do it, you're never going to change your life. That's kind of how I feel right now. We're in the middle of it with crypto. I don't know the future of it, but what I do know is that big businesses love it. And what I also know about big businesses is the government doesn't want big business to fail. You hear these things about, because without big business, the government has nothing. The big business pays for the politicians, Biden and all these people, they're funded by big businesses, Google, Amazon, Facebook. Facebook is the main political contribution marketer for all these, Donald Trump and Mark Zuckerberg or Joe Biden, all these people. They all use these platforms. You can't get rid of these companies. You just can't get rid of these companies. And these companies are now buying cryptos. They're buying Ethereum. They're buying Bitcoin. And you're going to tell me that our government's not buying it? I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, it's a revolution right now. think I saw a stat since 1971, the dollar's lost 93% of its value. I think I saw. I could be just completely making that up, but I'm pretty sure it was that much. The dollar's gonna have to be based off of something. Why not Bitcoin? No one knows. No one uses cash anymore. Only time you see cash is if you go to a restaurant. Servers deal with cash. They make cash. Strippers make cash. Drug dealers make cash. Illegal activity makes cash because it's the most liquid type of currency there is. But everything else is just like, I have money in the bank, but I don't have money in the bank. I don't have cash in the bank. It's not cash anymore. You're a bank robber. Robbing a bank you're not going to get that much. It's just digital numbers. It's just numbers sitting in the bank. Just sitting in the bank. You're going to tell me crypto can't be the same thing? I don't know. I'm honestly, obviously, I'm biased. I'm bullish. I have, I think like 25% of my portfolio, probably 30% of my portfolio is in crypto, just Bitcoin. And my tune has changed. 3 months ago, I was sitting here. I own no Bitcoin. I sold off all my block. I literally sold off all my block, which is an ETF that tracks companies that interact with Bitcoin. And why would you sell them if you're so bullish on Bitcoin? Well, I sold it, and I put about 20% of my profits, not my profits, but my entire holding a block, which was a decent amount, into Bitcoin. So I just bought more Bitcoin. Now I put 80% of it, and I bought the Cathie Wood ETF, ARKX, which is it's a beautiful. I don't know. People who are hating on it, I just don't understand how you can hate on it. What is the future? The future is space. It sounds crazy, but and this is a thing. So what does it hold? It holds its top 10 holdings. I can just pull that out real quick. Trimble Incorporation. They hold over 490,000 shares. 3D printing ETF. Kratos Defensive Securities. L3 Harris Technologies. JD.com. Komatsu. Lockheed Martin. Boeing. I think what she's going to do with this ETF is that once Starlink and SpaceX go public, those are going to become the two biggest holdings. She's super bullish on Elon Musk. She loves Elon Musk. All of her ETFs, the biggest holding in all her ETFs are Tesla already. So she loves Tesla, and I don't see how she's not going to go all in on SpaceX and Starlink. But it's not just space, and I this only makes up like 10% of my portfolio. But I'm buying this and holding this on to dear life, because all of her ETFs, I think she has like 6 other ETFs, fintech, innovation, just her regular technology one. She has an Israeli one. I don't know. She has a bunch of different ETFs. Let me look them all out real quick. Index ETFs. She has a printing ETF too. Oh, I didn't know that. So she has ARKKK, which is disruptive innovation. She has Q, which is autonomous technology and robotics. W, next gen internet. That's going to be huge. G, expected sustainability benefits of extending and enhancing the quality of human life by incorporating technology. Like the top holdings, Teladoc, Exact Science, everything's up like 100% each year. I mean, literally everything is up 100%. And she's exactly what Elon was and exactly what people hate. She is a savage. She does things that people do not like. She is just, I don't know. She's just cutting edge, and I love the way she moves. She moves like an assassin, dude. But it's not just space exploration. So it's space. This is from ARK Investment. The ARK Space Exploration Innovation Investment objective is long-term growth of capital. ARKX is an actively managed exchange fund that will invest under normal circumstances. Blah 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 blah. The advisor defines space exploration as leading, enabling, or benefiting from technology-enabled products and or services that occur beyond the surface of the Earth. So not just like when people hear this ETF, I think they got so caught up where they thought, oh, we're just going to be traveling to Mars. Like we're just going to have hotels in space. Yes, that's true. And if you don't believe in that, I think you got a rude awakening coming for you. And this is when I was also saying about oil and, oil and railroads. This is it. This is it right here. This ARKX and cryptos. Not a financial advisor. Don't take advice from me. This is just my personal opinion. So there's 4 categories. There's orbital aerospace companies. These are companies that launch, make, service, or operate platforms in the orbital space, including satellites and launch vehicles. SpaceX, boom, launch vehicles, including satellites. Starlink. She said 3.5 billion people in the world don't have access to internet. That's a big market. I think it was JP Morgan Chase. They predicted that this market's going to be, by 2050, I'll be 29, 30, 50. I'll be 54 years old. This market is going to be over $10 trillion. I'm pretty sure that was JP Morgan Chase. I'm pretty sure. That's a huge, huge market. And why not? 3.5 billion people don't have access to the internet. With Starlink, it's gonna do that. And she doesn't hold them right now because they're not public, but it's going. I'm surprised she didn't take her ETF public with owning some percentage of it, at least pre-IPO. But she's going to buy it, and it's gonna skyrocket. Everything that Elon touches, eventually, it is hated by the majority of people, but the people who like it do really well with it, because the things that's hated the most, or there's a reason why they're hated the most, because they work really well. The average person is not going to accept those things because they don't like change. The average person hates change. So usually if something is really upsetting a lot of people, it's probably a reason why. And just realize somebody's benefiting from it. So that's orbital aerospace companies. Those are the companies that launch, make, service, or operate platforms in the orbital space, including satellites, launch vehicles, SpaceX, and Starlink. Suborbital aerospace companies are companies that launch, make, service, or operate platforms in suborbital space, but do not reach a velocity needed to remain in orbit or around the planet. I don't know exactly what those would be. Maybe we can look up some suborbital space companies. But like some of her holdings are like Netflix and stuff. Rocket-powered vehicles, Blue Origin, high-altitude balloons. Whoa, that's cool. I don't think she owns that. Oh, that's what it would be. Yeah. Okay, that's another thing she was talking about. Let me explain. I want to see what this is. Raven Aerostar. What the hell are they? They make Aerostar provides life-saving solutions to enhance situation awareness and safety. What? Whoa. What are they? What the hell? These are like super balloons that... Whoa. They make super balloons. Super hot air balloons that just fly. Stratospheric balloons. Jesus Christ, this is so cool. With over 60 years of lighter-than-air innovation expertise, Raven Aerostar is a world leader in the design, manufacture, integration, operation of stratospheric balloon platforms and airships for near-space applications. Filling the capability gap between aircraft and satellites, our stratospheric balloon platforms and airships offer critical advantages to a wide range of missions. Our lighter-than-air platforms have helped NASA, Google, the U.S. Air Force, and many other customers achieve and exceed dynamic missions, including communications, data relay, surveillance, and intelligence, and more. Wow, that's cool. See, I like finding things that I don't even know anything about. I know nothing about that. Made in 1986, owned by Raven Industries, which is a public company. RAVN. They own a lot of things. Everything's right. Colorado Lining International. What is that? What are these things? These things are so cool. I'm such a nerd, dude. I'm such a loser. I don't know what that even is. Colorado Lining International was formed. Environment installation contract providing leading design, build, custom fabrication, certified installation. Oh, it looks like it's like energy pads. Right? Is that what it is? We offer a broad range of proven industry. Okay, anyways, you guys don't care. So let's go back to what it was. So yeah, that would be so another thing is the satellite that's, connecting people to the world. That's one thing that she is going to be a huge industry, which I wouldn't argue with her. If anything, I would just agree with her. But It was that, and she also was talking about aircraft that flies like London to New York, and you can do that, which is hyper flights, which is coming. It's already here. There's companies that are always doing hyper flight companies. New York, London, 90 minutes. 3 companies think about doing a hypersonic. So that would be like the sub. That would be sub aerospace companies that do that. So there's companies like, but now a little over 15 years, plans for ultra fast air travel are once again taken off. Companies like Lockheed, Boom, which is backed by Virgin Group, and Japan Airlines are developing supersonic aircraft. So why not? Why not? Screw it. If you want to get somewhere quick, let's just fly there like that. Brussels to Sydney in just over 5 hours. That's crazy. How long is it? Brussels to Sydney. So 5 hours with the supersonic one. Otherwise, it would cost time. Flight time. Jesus Christ. It's a 23-hour flight. You're doing 5 hours. Brussels to Australia with the hypersonic. Then she also says enabling technology companies are companies that develop technology used by space exploration related companies to successful value add aerospace operations. These operations include artificial intelligence, robotics, 3D printing, materials, and energy storage, which makes sense. If you're going to land on Mars, if you're going to make new civilizations on the moon or wherever you're doing it, you're going to need to build things. Why would you build things with hammers and nails and all that good stuff when you could just get a 3D printer and it can just print everything for you? Like that's the stuff I like, because most people are like, oh, well, you can't just print things. Yeah, you can. You just get a big old printer and you can just print the entire city of Marstropolis. Aerospace beneficiary companies are companies whose operations stand to benefit from aerospace activities, including agriculture, internet access, global positioning, GPS, construction, imaging, drones, air taxis, and electric activation vehicles. So I'm super bullish on it. I think it's here to stay. I don't think it's going away anywhere. I think if you invest in it now, it's going to make you a lot of money in the future. She owns Netflix, which is kind of crazy. A lot of people probably wouldn't understand that. I don't really understand it too well, but she can get Netflix out there, more and more people to have access to Netflix. More people are going to download Netflix if they have access to internet. So that's a company that will benefit from suborbital or from orbital aerospace companies. So also, what is another weird one she has? She has Workhorse. Netflix is kind of strange. Alibaba's kind of strange, not too strange, but Amazon, but Amazon's obviously an Alphabet. Google and Amazon, that's kind of strange, but I can totally see why she's doing that. They're going to be big into space just because they're huge tech companies. Deere and Company, John Deere, I don't really understand that one too well, but I'm also not Kathy Wood, and I trust her. So, but that's that. What else happened? I know I always just kind of go off the handles and I talk a lot about finances, but I don't know. I just want people to be able to be free. And I think one of the best ways to be free is to have access to income. And you're never going to have enough money if you just work for money. You're going to have to figure out other ways to make money. And the other ways to make money is you let money make money. And that's something that I want everyone to know. I don't know. I think it's important for everybody to talk about it. Everyone should be doing it. Everyone should be taking advantage of their own money, because if you just rely on companies and you just rely on the government, and you just rely on people to give you money, you're never going to have enough. That's just my opinion. And, obviously I'm not a financial advisor. I did not go to school for this, but this is just what I do. This is what I say. This is what I talk to, my girlfriend about, my family about, my friends about, because I don't see how there's another way to get ahead. If you're just working hourly, if you're just trading your time for income, I don't think it's ever going to be enough, unfortunately, or maybe fortunately. But I see crypto being here to stay forever. I see spaceships here to stay forever. And whether you like it or not, you just got to take your opinion out, because the truth is it's not going anywhere. Just not. I started a new book. Robert Sapolsky, American researcher. He's a Stanford professor. He's a current professor of biology and professor of neurology and neurological sciences, and by courtesy, neurosurgery at Stanford University. In addition to research associated with the National Museum in Kenya, I have one of his books right down here, right up top there, called Neurotribes. Nope, that's about autism. Behave. One of my favorite books of all time. Really made me fall in love with reading. He's an incredible writer, but an incredible professor. You can find a lot of, Stanford does free classes online, so you can find all his stuff online. I've listened to his one semester, I think, I've listened to his biology semester of classes probably 3 times all the way through. So I've taken 3 semesters of his classes, obviously not in person, but in just through my AirPods, listening to him talk. But I started a new book called Why Zebras Don't Get Ulcers. It's the book proclaims itself as a guide to stress-related diseases, and coping on the front cover. So it's about stress, different types of stress for different animals. What do humans stress out over, and how is that different than what animals stress over? I'm literally 5 pages into it. I finished this book right here though. Jordan Peterson, Beyond Order. 12 More Rules for Life. Incredible. I started a while ago. I probably started about a month and a half ago, and it took probably a month ago. I got through probably 100 pages in 3 weeks, and then I finished the rest of it in the last week. Probably suffering school-wise because of that, because I just kind of stopped. Not that I stopped school. It was spring break, so I was taking a break from school, springtime. And I was just reading Jordan Peterson. I highly, highly recommend the book. There's one of my favorite chapters. I think, so many of my favorite chapters. I think it was Rule 15. There's not that many rules. I think it might have been page 215. There's a thing I want to read for people. I think it was 215. I can pull it up right here. I think it was 215, page 215. Okay. So it was about, this is rule number 13, rule number 8, which was try to make one room in your home as beautiful as possible. What a beautiful rule. It's about art. It's about an artist. Just a quick paragraph. Consider the role that creative people play in cities. They are typically starving a bit because it is virtually impossible to be commercially successful as an artist, and that hunger is partly what motivates them. Do not underestimate the utility of necessity. In their poverty, they explore the city and they discover some ratty, questionable, quasi-criminal area that has seen better days. They visit, look, and poke about, and they think, what a little work, this area could be cool. Then they move in, piece together some galleries, and put up some art. They do not make any money, but they civilize the space a bit. In doing so, they elevate and transform what is too dangerous into something cutting edge. Then a coffee shop pops up, and maybe an unconventional clothing store. The next thing you know, the gentrifiers move in. They are creative. They are creative types too, but more conservative, less desperate perhaps, more risk averse at least. So they're not the first ones on the edge of the frontier. Then the developers show up, and then the chain stores appear, and the middle or upper class establishes itself. Then the artists have to move because they can no longer afford the rent. That is a loss for the avant-garde. But it is okay, even though it is harsh, because with all that stability and predictability, the artists should not be there anymore. They need to rejuvenate some other area. They need other vista to conquer. That is their natural environment. That edge, when artists are always transforming chaos into order, can be a very rough and dangerous place. Living there, an artist constantly risks falling fully into the chaos instead of transforming it. But artists have always lived there on the border of human understanding. Art bears the same relationship to society that the dream bears to mental life. You are very creative when you are dreaming. That is why when you remember a dream, you think, quote, Where in the world did that come from? It is very strange and incomprehensible that something can happen in your head and you have no idea how it got there or what it means. It is a miracle, nature's voice manifesting itself in your psyche. And it appears, and it happens every night. Like art, the dream meditates between order and chaos. So, it is half chaos. That is why it is not comprehensible. It is a vision, not a fully fledged articulated production. Those who actualize those half-born visions into artistic productions are those who begin to transform what we do not understand into what we can at least start to see. That is the role of the artist, occupying the vanguard. That is their biological niche. They are the initial civilizing agents. Isn't that beautiful? I'm getting so much more respect for artists. They take those dreams, the things that you question, are this real? Is this not real? Is this fake? What's going on here? Am I losing my mind? Like, what's happening? And they put images. They create the cities. They create, rough areas, impoverished areas. They come in and they fix everything. They add character to everything. And then people move in. Oh, no, I think it's beautiful. I think you're beautiful, people. I think humanity is beautiful. I think we need more love, more peace, less canceling. We need to forgive people for what they do. We're all guilty of something, and you don't want that thing to be talked about because it might take you down. Just remember, if you're going to point your finger at somebody else, there's 3 others pointing at you. And I'm dead serious about that. We all have our skeletons in the closet. But yeah. Thank you guys so much for listening to my podcast on this beautiful Tuesday morning, afternoon, evening time. Whatever you're doing, do it well. Take time to yourself. Be good to yourself. Be good to the people around you. Enjoy life. This is the only one you have. Don't ever get locked down and not being able to do what you want, because the only thing you're doing is trading time for money. Trade your time for money. Siphon off some of it to let your money make you money. But yeah. There's a link in the bio. If you guys want to donate to the podcast, you can, but also don't if you don't want to. I'll catch you guys on Thursday. Thank you so much for listening. Episode 181 is over. I'll catch you guys on 182. Peace out. See ya.